Today I'm reviewing the Icelim roll. Hi Vapists, it's Darth Naga here again with another episode of Full Steam Ahead. Toot toot. Today I'm reviewing the Icelim Roll TC. That's this little single 18650 device here from a company called Betterlife. Now, I met Betterlife for the first time at Vapor Expo this year in Birmingham. And I handed them my business card, told them a little bit about what I do, and all of a sudden they were like, well, could you review a device for us, our newest one? And I was like, sure, chuck it my way, send it in the mail, whatever, and I'll review it. And they were like, no, take it away now. I was like, okay. So here it is. I took the device away with me, and yeah, I've been using it for the past couple of weeks. Well, literally since Expo. I've had it in my hand alongside the Asmodus Health. This has been my driving device and my, you know, my to and from work device, and the Health's been my evening device. So, And that is only at 20 watts, so it kicks out quite a bit of vapour. It's got quite a bit of power behind this little device. But anyway, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go into the down view. I'll show you the actual device's functions and what it does, and the package it comes in and whatnot, and then we'll come back up. I'll give you my opinion on what I think and any pros and cons I might have picked up along the way in my testing. Alrighty, so let's go to the down view now. Okay, here we are in the down view with the Betterlife Islim Roll TC70 watts. So, as you can guess from the name of it, it goes to 70 watts. Let's have a look. It's got all the different colour options on the side there. You've got the Betterlife logo there. On this side it tells you that it's 5 to 70 watts, 1.5 to 8 volts and 0.1 to 1 ohms. So this goes down pretty damn low. And again, you got the Betterlife logo just there. So, inside the box, what do you get? Well, you get the device itself. Just pull that out and put that to one side. Underneath this little foam insert, you've got the full operating instructions for the Icelim Roll. It looks not a lot, but it is a hell of a lot, and it's very important that you read this because this device behaves a little bit differently to most other ones. And there's your little micro USB cable, purely for charging. I spoke to Betterlife about the potential for firmware upgrades, and that isn't actually built into this particular model. It's purely for charging the actual 18650 up that's inside. So yeah, as I've mentioned a couple of times now, this takes a single 18650, which goes in here, as you can see. Unlike a lot of devices, I've always found devices it's negative down, positive up. Sorry, I did that off screen then. Negative down, positive up, but it's not. In this case, it's negative up, positive down. So it fits quite nicely just in there. And this is a lovely, I think it's aluminium. It feels like aluminium. It's brushed, nice brushed effect on there. You've got your venting holes on the side in case your battery goes pow. And then at the back, of course, you've got two little magnets, top and bottom, to hold it on. And that is what makes it do that. Yeah, so basically it sort of clips into place quite nicely, and as you can see, it doesn't fall off at all or anything like that. In fact, the battery door seems pretty solid. There's a tiny bit of door rattle, tiny bit of movement, but I have noticed that with use, it seems to be absolutely fine. What I will show you is, okay, so the other cool thing about this device is a lot of them have obviously buttons on the front. Oh, there's your USB port for charging, and there is a roller locking button on the bottom. Now, what's that for? Okay, so you've got your switch here, that's your firing button, but it's also a roller. So you can basically operate this entire thing with your thumb. No need to get your thumb down here and do the other buttons and stuff like that. Literally stays in one place, nice and easy, and pretty ergonomic too, as you can see from my hand movements there. So let me turn this thing on. 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Standard. Hello. The device greets you every time you turn it on. Okay, we're in temperature control mode at the moment, so while we're here I might as well show you. I wish it wouldn't focus on whatever's behind. So yeah, you roll the roller and it changes the temperature up and down. In this case the temperature is actually currently in Fahrenheit. So with that said, let's just 1, 2, 3. 3 clicks takes you into the menu, takes you to exit straight away. You move along, you've got system, you've got power mode, you've got TC mode, and you've got the exit. So there's not many choices, which is good. It keeps it relatively simple. If you go into system, you've got screen and you've got sensitivity. Now screen, what that does, you go in, it's clicked on the sensitivity. Bastard. Right, so you click on system. So you've got screen and sensitivity. If you go into sensitivity, you've got screen, and you've got left and you've got right, and basically all that does is change the orientation. So whether you're holding it in the left, it'll display it to the left. You're holding it in the right hand, it'll display it to the right hand, and you can change it according to how you hold your device, whether you hold it in the left and look at it like that, or you hold it in the right and look at it like that. So I hold it in the right and look at it like that, so I would want to switch that to right, like I have done there, which totally changes around the whole fucking review. But anyway, and then you obviously exit and come out. Now you've got screen and sensitivity. Now sensitivity is an interesting one. So your sensitivity setting is between 1 and 20. What this does is when you're in temperature control mode, if the cotton dries out or something like that, it comes up with a little sign saying no liquid. Now if you find that's coming up too often, you can actually alter the sensitivity of that. So you can alter the sensitivity of the coil, whether it detects the fact that there's no liquid early on, i.e. you know, the coil just expands to fucking high heaven. So you can change how often that comes up. If you find it's coming up too much, you whack the sensitivity right up to 20 so that it's not affected. 20 being lower sensitivity and number 1 being the highest sensitivity possible. So in 1, sensitivity will come up all the fucking time, but in 20 it won't come up very often at all. They advise 4, I personally, 1, 2, 3, no, system, I personally have it on 5, as you can see there. So you've got your power mode, you press that, right. So you press power mode and then you press exit and it takes you into power mode, and you fire your little button and it tells you there's no atomizer. So let's talk about the temperature control mode. So let's just go 1, 2, 3. Right, so you go into temperature control mode, and as you can see it says SS316L. It also does custom TCR. So this thing's got custom TCR settings, which you go into and you can change all the little things for that. I don't know much about custom TCR because I don't use it on any device. I know it's available on the VTC Mini as well, but I just don't personally use it. So I don't know enough about it. I'll tell you what, let me read you what the little fucking manual says about the custom TCR setting. Because TCR isn't something I've ever tried. This is where this doesn't tell you either. That's the fucking hilarious thing. Yep. This doesn't even tell you what the TCR mode is. So, if you want to know more about the TCR mode, I would go to the Betterlife website, which is betterlifetech.com, and that will tell you a little bit more about the TCR settings. Plus, if you go on Reddit, there's always threads about TCR settings and what they mean and all that sort of thing. So, Anyway, where was I? Let's go back. 1, 2, 3. So you've got your power mode, you've got your TC mode, you go into your TC mode, you've got your SS316L, you've got your titanium, your NI200, and then your custom TCR. So while we're here in this mode, let's do the burn test on NI200. Let's go for 20 watts. And you want to be able to select, you can also select, when you select temperature control, not only can you select your wattage, but you can also select whether you want Fahrenheit or Celsius. In this case I'm going to want Fahrenheit, and then exit. So what we're at now is we're at 409 Fahrenheit, 20 watts. So what I'm going to do now is the cotton burn test, which I will do with a strip of cotton I've already prepared and my NI200 wicked atomizer that you probably saw in the previous video I did. Right, now when you put a new atomizer on in temp control mode, a lot of devices will ask you, is this a new coil? And you say yes or no. Betterlife doesn't do that, and what they tell you in the manual is when you've put your new atomizer on with a new coil, what you do is you have to, hold on, let me see if I can get it focused, there we go. So what you have to do is press this button 4 times, 4 fucking times. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, it reads the resistance, and in this case it's read at 0.15 ohms. Alright, so that's what you do every time. 4 clicks will take you in, will read the resistance of the coil and set it there. Alright, now let's just wind this through here. Let's put it through there. There she goes. Oh, the coil's a little bit loose. No wonder it's not reading correctly. That's the badger. Okay, so as you can see, got it there, ready to do the burn-in test. It's reading at 0.11 now, which is good, which means it will actually fire. Right, let's give it a go with the cotton burn-in test. Let's hope this works. Yeah, it's kicking out the watts, it's kicking up the thing. Let's stop, let's take the cotton out and have a look at it, shall we? Okay, the tiniest bit of singeing, as you can see there. It's a little bit brown. That's not burnt, but it's lightly toasted. So I think it's safe to say that temperature control works on this quite well, personally. I'm quite impressed with that. Yeah. So temperature control seems to work alright. Okay, let's take this off here. I think I've shown you pretty much all the major functions of the device. I suggest we take this back up top and I'll show you how it vapes and give you my end of review opinion, I suppose. Yeah, okay. So let's go to the up view now. Okay, here we are in the up view. So as you've seen, this little thing has got the ability with the little roller there. As you roll it, let me just show you. As you roll it, it changes. Is that the wrong way around? Yeah, it is. So as you roll it, it changes the actual wattage and temperature and all that sort of thing. You basically use the roller to navigate through the menus instead of buttons, which to me is very, very handy. Now, one of the little things I showed you in the down view was this little bit here. Now, as you can see, hopefully, that says roller, lock and unlock. So you can occasionally, and I'm guessing that Betterlife realised this in testing, you can occasionally, when you push the button, accidentally push the roller, which will move it off whatever setting you've got, and will change it, you know, and could potentially fuck up your vape. You know, fuck up your vaping experience. You'll be like, oh shit, it's 1.1 fucking degree lower. What a load of bollocks. But still, it will get annoying. Do you know what I mean? So all you literally do is press this little switch to the side there, and now it's locked. And now when I try and roll it, it says roller locked. Yay, roller locked. And that means you can just carry on. Having a good old vape. Right, cons on this device. There are literally only a couple, and they're really niggly. This rattles a tiny, tiny bit. Alright, tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And the only other thing, I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but I can. The device doesn't sit 100% flush. If you're not massively OCD, then you won't give a shit. But if you are massively OCD like me, I can see light just underneath. Just underneath. But it's not enough to wind me up too much. Like I said, I've been using it for like 2 weeks since I got it. What do I expect this sort of thing to be worth in the UK? Well, it's a single 18650 battery mod. They're not available in the UK yet. Well, they are from a certain distribution company, but again, they're also wholesale. So they don't really do it. But I will put the website, betterlifetech.com, above my head. Right across the top there. Right across there. And they've spoken to me on Skype. And they've said if any British any British vendors are interested in getting these devices in, then contact them and they can set up some wholesale stuff for you and get them in. And I tell you what, for someone who wants to get into temperature control, because trust me, this thing does temperature control better than the fucking VTC Mini ever did. Trust me, it still delivers a really good consistent vape during temperature control, whereas I found the VTC Mini is a bit touch and go. So yeah, if you want, contact Betterlife, and if you want to stock this thing in your shop, contact them and they'll do you a good price, and you can set something up with them, because they really want to get into more and more shops here in the UK. And I'm not surprised. I mean, I've looked at their website. I mean, obviously you can see the device there. They've got all different range of colours. It comes in a kit with a little tank and everything. And they do several other different TC temperature control devices and standard wattage devices as well. They do a whole range of devices. This particular device, I would expect, judging by the quality of the actual materials used, it's a nice, you know, it's quite a nice sort of chunky device in all fairness. Oh yeah, the whole thing is actually metal. Huh! I thought it was plastic at first, but it's not. It is actually metal. The battery sled's plastic, but the device itself, the core and the case, are metal. The outside feels like aluminium, the inside a bit more like sort of stainless steel, or maybe even an alloy of some description. But regardless of which, it's got a lovely rounded effect on the back, so it fits really, really nice in the hand. Fits nice like that. Fits nice like that, so you can fire it with your thumb. And yeah, I've had no issues. All my atomizers read on it quite nicely. It's the spring, like I said, the 510 spring loaded, stainless steel 510 connection. And yeah, it's a beautiful little device. It fits in the hand a hell of a lot nicer. It feels, see, this is quite sort of, you see that? And it's angular. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a lovely device, but it's just not as nice as that. It just doesn't feel as nice in the hand as that. So all the people who are stocking the VTC Mini, I would seriously think about getting in a few of these just to sort of compare them in a way. Compare them and give Betterlife a chance to show you what a decent temperature control device will actually do. I've got no other niggles with it. I've told you all about its pros. The little screen there comes with a little screen protector, just boring shit that you don't really care about. And yeah, I've been impressed with it. It's a pretty solid device, and I think it's really good for people who are just wanting to start getting into temperature control, because it does all the temperature control wires. It does stainless steel. It does stainless steel really nicely. It does that whole, you know, where it pulses to try and keep the temperature perfectly on the line of what you set it. It does that, similar to the VTC Mini, but better. And I've been massively impressed with it, to be honest. There's no firmware upgrade or anything like that. It doesn't really need it. It comes with all the temperature control options you could want out the bag. You can change the wattage for the individual temp controls. You can change the wattage. You can change the temperature. You can change it from Fahrenheit and Celsius, and there's pretty much everything you could want in a little TC device. And it comes in loads of different colours. By the looks of it, 5 different colours. There you go. Or you can see them all on the screen there. So 5 different colours, nice little device, the Betterlife Islim Roll TC. That has been my device that I've been using on my travels and on my breaks at work, and obviously my Osmodus Helve I use at home and whatnot. So yeah. That's it from me. Go to betterlifetech.com, go there, get you UK vendors, get some of them in stock, just watch how quickly they go out the door. I think they're a really nice little device. Betterlife have been doing this sort of thing for 5 years, so they know their e-cigs. They're not new to the game. They're not noobs. They've got their shit together. And yeah, go check them out. Go check the website out. Have a look. Contact them if you want to buy one. I don't know if they'll do one individually. Possibly, they might do them individually and sell them to you. I don't know how cheap they will be, but I'd expect to pay around sort of 30-35 quid max for it, really, for a single battery, for a little single battery device. So yeah, that's it really. I think the next reviews I've got coming up, I've got one more mod from Osmodus, the Minikin. And I do believe I've got a few RTAs incoming as well now. So I've contacted a few people and I've got some RTAs incoming. And I do have another RTA review. Plus I've traded for a couple. So I've got a Wismec Theorem review coming up when I get my Wismec Theorem through. And a Smok RT TF RTA G4. That I've got coming, among other things. So just keep your eyes peeled. There'll be plenty more, hopefully a few more hardware reviews, but I'm mostly going to be doing a lot of juice reviews now until the hardware comes in. So yeah, Betterlife Islim TC, Islim Roll TC 70 watt. Job's a good one. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Darth Naga, and this has been Full Steam Ahead. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. So the more people I get, the more stuff I can get in to review for you guys, so you guys can get an honest and unbiased opinion on all this vaping shit. Alrighty? Okay, till next time. Toot toot, motherfuckers. Toot toot.